It's a case of not too young to run, or not yet ready.
My life starts very early because when I be there 10 years old, police enter my village, scatter the place.
To free movement.
That violation of my right, my arrest, my detention,
Yes.
my restriction.
Now since that night, now I make decision as a 10-year-old say, when I reach time, I go fight to ensure safety.
We still dey under neo-colonial control. Now we come dey inside internal recolonization by our.
Thank you for coming. We are here today. Yes, thank you very much. We are here today to come and stand our ground. We are maintaining social distancing here as well. But today we want to clarify some issues that is ongoing on the social media. Please, all the activists that are here today, we are not sponsored. So we want to clarify this. We are not sponsored activists. We are here for good governance of Nigeria. Yes. That is why we are here. We are not here as APC or PDP member. No, some people came here as a PDP member or as an activist, but they only did about 3 minutes or 5 minutes video and they left. So, which type of activists are they? They did the same thing on the 2nd, and today again, only spent about 5-10 minutes and they left. Those people are not activists. They could be sponsored. They could be politically motivated. We are not politically motivated. We have been here for 2-3 hours now. Those are the people that have the love of Nigeria in their heart. And that is why we are here today.
Yes.
And why are we here? Some people say we have Buhari to go. Does it make sense? Okay, let us quickly point it to you. Let us look at the constitution of Nigeria. Despite the fact that some people condemn, criticize the 1999 constitution that is flawed. Yeah. Okay, which I agree is a flawed constitution, and does not mean the quorum, because it was made under the junta revolution without involving other states. But however, there are still some clauses there that are still vital. For example, let us look at section 14(2)(b) of the 1999 constitution. What does it say? It states clearly that the welfare and the security of the citizens shall be paramount to the government of Nigeria. The question now is does the government protect us? The answer is no. Now let us look at the definition of government according to the 1999 constitution, section 3181. It says that the government include the local government, the state government, the federal government, and all governmental agencies. So like the Nigerian police and DSS, which I will take an example here. Now, the question now is, in 2013 and 14, PMB himself, he campaigned against poor health care in Nigeria under Goodluck Jonathan, which is reasonable as well. And he promised that if he becomes a president, he's going to give us good health care in Nigeria and ensure that security are maintained for us. That was his promise. Now, for example, let us look at on the 8th of September 2016, President Muhammadu Buhari launched "Change Begin With Me" with 2 vital concepts that we should patronize homemade goods and services. The question now is to fellow Nigerians that are listening to me: on what class can you put the state government hospital and private hospital? That could be classified as a patronizing state services. So the question now is: has Buhari patronized that? No. The answer is no. Now, before I go further, we have Aso Rock Clinic, isn't it? Do you know the budget of Aso Rock Clinic? So the question now is, what is the purpose of Aso Rock Clinic? I'm asking the fellow Nigerians.
You know what it means to be a doctor? Huh?
Now,
this man who has no brain.
since 2015 to date, the question now is,
You come to overseas
BNB have
that means
traveled
you don't
out
have
of
to
Nigeria on medical, not on other businesses, not on for treaties, on medical 12 times out of Nigeria. Does it make sense?
No.
Number one. Number two, Aisha Buhari got neck injury, ordinary neck injury. They're supposed to be treated in Aso Rock. She flew to Dubai. Does that make sense?
No.
Number three, his son got accident. He was flown to Germany to go and treat. Then what is the purpose of Aso Rock budget? What is the purpose of hospital? What is the purpose of private hospital in Nigeria? So we have a lot of problems that we need to solve in Nigeria. And that is why we are here to advocate for good governance. So we are not being sponsored by anybody. That is why we are saying those are our ground that we want good governance in Nigeria. For example, when according to Dr. John Applet, the health economists in the health, he said that to build hospital would cost about 7 million naira, 7 million pounds. For example, he said that clearly. That's Professor John Applet of health economics in Nuffield Hospital in Bristol. He said that clearly about 7 million can build mental health hospital. In Nigeria, the only mental health hospital you have, which I know very well, is in Yaba. The whole of Lagos State. That's craziness. And another one in Abeokuta, Aro. Does that make sense? No. This shows that the government have not put the citizens at heart. Now, let me go further. Let me go further. According to research, to build a national average hospital in Nigeria, it could cost about 112.5 million, which we can afford. Average hospital could cost about 60 to 187 million, which we can afford. Minimum hospital will cost about 52.2 million, which we can afford. The maximum hospital with about 200 or 300 hospital will cost about 210 million. Now the question now is, according to the post from Bristol Hospital, the Nuffield Health Hospital in Bristol, how massive it is. It costs 32.7 million pounds. In Nigeria today, one of our politicians can afford this. It's in the bank account. Okay?
Sure.
Number two, St. James Institute, the oncology in list that treated cancer. It was built, but with 4.9 million plus another 1.4 million, making about 6.3 million to build this. So we can afford those money. Now, there's one hospital in Turkish, according to Dr. Mustafa Ansen. He said this hospital, the Nazik hospital in Turkish, with 80 beds, it was built in 2014 with how much? $20 million. $20 million is what some of our politicians give to their girlfriend for shopping.
Sure.
I must be honest with you. So the government doesn't have us at
heart.
That is why we are here today, to advocate for good governance. Let me carry you along, please. According to one of our research, to build primary health care hospital in Nigeria, which is from local government, with about 20 to 30 beds, they can build it for 25 million naira.
Yep.
Which local government can afford? Do they do it? No. Primary health care again, with about 50 to 60 beds, it can be built with about 50 million naira, all inclusive, very good one. They don't have it because they don't have what has had. And this is our own fault as well. As the citizens, the power belongs to we, the citizens.
Sure.
That's what we're trying to let people know, that the politicians are our messengers, and we need to enforce them. When we kept quiet, that means we are consenting to their corruption. That's why we are today. We are not anti-PMB, we are not anti-APC, but we are anti-poor governance.
Sure.
And that is why we are here today. So we are not enemy to Buhari, as some people may think. No, listen to all our grounds, then you can justify us. Okay, now let us look at he is. Let us look at one point. He stands back, what is innocent people get killed. Yes. He says nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yes, let us look at one point, ladies and gentlemen. According to SB Morgan, Lagos Bay Intelligence Department, he said that between 2011 June to 2020 March, you know, the government of Nigeria, they have the cultivated the bad governance of habit of paying bandits.
Imagine.
So from 2011, June 2011 to March 2020, he stated that these SB Morgans, Lagos-based intelligence department, stated that between 2011 to 2020, the Nigerian government have paid $18.34 million to bandits. The question is, do we need to pamper the bandits?
No.
No. People have
no.
to come here and show support for him.
Now, very, very ridiculous.
Now, in conclusion, I would try to look at the convicted politicians in Nigeria. I'm only going to point about 2 or 3 convicted politicians. We know that this man has been convicted. The ex-governor of Bayelsa State, he has been convicted with $55 million. That $55 million can build how many hospitals in Nigeria? As I said, let's say 20 million to build standard hospital for us. So we can build about 3 different standard hospitals in Nigeria. So we are here to advocate that proper hospital, poor governance to cease in Nigeria.
Nigeria, they use computer. The leaders of Nigeria, they use radio where they turn the knob.